just as bad as going on.
Maybe no Jessica tonight.
Yeah, I think it's that short and shallow, that shallow water like this.
42-footer boat open council. And we were literally by cabbage patch in there.
It's good start.
It was like the Mary would get buried underwater and then you'd go out. It's like, get out of here.
Go on, I'm ready to gavel.
Sorry. Already.
Get settled in.
Go ahead, you're fine.
Yeah, go ahead and call this council regular session to order. It's Tuesday, July 16th. The time is 7 p.m. Please join me in the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, I'll go ahead and open it up for visitor comments. If you'd like to come on up and make a comment, state your name for the record and keep it to 3 minutes or less, please.
So I want to talk about the sound council competition. What you're doing to these people is absurd. You need to pay them their money. You caused this problem. You created this problem. Mr. Mayor, you said this was not going to happen, and it did. And if you don't have the money, I think you should all donate your monthly stipend to these people. These people have been planning this. They've bought tickets. And you could have avoided this situation and you didn't. And you should take personal responsibility for it. Some of these people don't have a lot of money and they've purchased tickets, and to say that, oh, well, maybe someday in the future we'll do something for them is not okay. They need to be made at least pay their expenses, if not give them their entire stipend that you owe them. It is really unacceptable that you've put them in this situation and that you're continuing to make a disaster out of tourism. Despite knowing that that's exactly what was going to happen, despite hearing from multiple people that you needed to have a transition, you chose not to. And this is what happens. And it's time for you to take responsibility for your lack of action.
Any other visitor comments? State your name for the record.
Brittany Lapp. And I headed up the Sandcastle competition, and I'm the one that's been organizing the 16, 17 carvers that we've sent letters to, had them send us all their information, everything back to be able to get them locked in stone. These people have turned down plenty of carving gigs, family vacations, and it was pretty much up until this week that everyone was like, still, hey, what's going on? And then now I just ran the Sensations Long Beach competition up in Long Beach this last weekend, and a majority of them were all planning on being there. And it was really hard. It wasn't until I actually got my phone call that it was like, okay, by the way, guys, the things that we were somewhat excited for probably aren't happening for it. And they're pissed. And I feel like even my integrity is being jeopardized. It's been really tough dealing with the backlash. And it's just, they know it's not completely my fault, but they're frustrated. And this is something that we have like really started to build and make. And we have a special coming out on OPB that was spent they spent all the days of their from build up to the finish. And he has spent all year. I'm pretty sure he's only had two things that he has his projects that he has dealt or been focused on all year. And that was the World Ice Art Championships in Alaska and this project. So, and 3 of those people that were featured on that, and in that film, our competition is even mentioned. And so it's like, it makes me sick to think that I'm going to be coming, this film's gonna be released and I'm like one of the main spokespersons of it. All of our carvers are gonna be so excited to share it and then be like, oh, by the way, it's not happening. It's just, it's very frustrating, and if there's any way that we can make it happen, if there's any way that we can at least make sure that these carvers do get what they agreed to, what they signed up for, then that would be amazing, because it is hard, because this island does have a really good future in this and so many things, and it's disheartening to see. And this film also talks a lot about just how amazing, not just the competition is, but the whole environment and what makes it so special and so unique and stuff. And it has it's the best sand in the Northwest. Like, every carver is gonna want to be there once we actually get the established, utilities and all that stuff. We can make it something pretty flippin' amazing. So that's what I have to say. So if there's anything we can do, I would, anything. So, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Hello, everybody. Good evening. My name is Jim Coleman. This tourism thing just won't go away. Well, it just continues, and I'm sorry the sandcastle competition is going down the tube. But I listened from home today at the work session and was a little shocked at the fact that that was about a $20,000 hit to put that on. It's a lot of revenue to get back in ticket sales, but that was a surprise. The other day I was at the bank and the person in front of me started asking me questions about what I knew about the WANA account. And before I started to get in on the conversation, because I don't know anything about it, I just know there was a WANA account. The lady behind me got in the conversation, and then the guy behind her got in the conversation, all wanting to know information on the WANA account. And I was shocked a year ago when I found out we had a WANA account. So today I listened to the work session, hoping I could learn something about the WANA account. And I learned nothing. Jessica looked at John and said, God, I appreciate you being so open about all this stuff and everything that's going on with the WANA account and all this stuff. John, I hold you a little bit responsible for what's going on with this WANA account. So to you counselors, the public, myself, is interested in what's going on with the WANA account. And I don't know anything other than there's a WANA account. I've heard people say it's city funds. I've heard other people say, no, it's not. It's Tina's funds. What the hell is going on? Thank you.
Adam St. Pierre, part of that conspiracy group that, told you exactly how this was going to play out about a year ago, back when we first started talking. I hope you guys had a very good executive session. I hope you got some answers. I hope you got some things figured out. I looked up the word mayor in the Oxford Dictionary, and it said the elected head of the city, town, or other municipality. I also looked up city administrator, which it says an appointed professional responsible for overseeing day-to-day operations of a municipality. City administrators typically report directly to the mayor and the council. We have a problem here. That hasn't been happening because we're in this whole tourism mess where our local businesses are losing money daily now. So that's their words, not mine. For over a year, we've been questioning what's going on. We've seen delay. I don't think that we should pursue any legal, talk to the attorneys, with, it's gonna end up in a NDA where nobody can say what happened. We'd be exactly where we were with the Luma lights. Oh, we don't know. Somebody's gonna make this money up. Who's making this money up this time? That was what we said. Nobody knows. It's no big deal. The other business made it up and we took care of it. We've been, citizens have been demanding transparency and accountability. You try to settle this out of, in court with an NDA, there's gonna be no transparency, no accountability. I got a little email. This might help Jim Coleman here a little bit. We asked the exact, question. Confirm or deny the WANA trust funds account with E2C has been turned over to the city of St. Helens. This is the answer from John Walsh. Despite the city's demands to return the funds in the WANA account and turn over to the websites and social media assets, E2C has been unresponsive, only providing directions to forward related correspondence to their legal counsel. The city is working with our legal counsel and exploring legal means to recover the funds and other assets. Those websites are a city asset. If we do not have access to them, that is a theft of a city asset. That needs to be reported to the authorities, the police, not the lawyers. There is a definite law broken there. That is a city asset that is being held hostage. So we need to get that taken care of. We can't sell tickets to Halloween Town because we don't have access to those websites. Other city businesses are being deeply affected here. And the reason why is because starting back in December, when this was supposed to be taken care of, we gave another extension, another extension, another extension. I can come in here and read you every email I've sent you guys since December. I don't think you guys want to be bothered with that. You've all seen them. You've all read them. You've seen the answers. Here we are. We're, into it. We've seen this. Our conspiracy page has been right about 75% of the time. I think we're pretty right here. And I'm hoping that executive session had something to do with talking about John Walsh being put on administrative leave because he's been involved with this E2C thing way too long. He has too much to cover. I think somebody else needs to take the role. Maybe the elected person that's in charge of the city, town, or municipality and start dealing with that so that we can get to the bottom of it. Thank you.
Okay, any other comment, anybody on Zoom? So something that should be understood is we have a form of government, which is a weak mayor form of government, a city administrator style. Hybrid to Portland. Portland just recently changed their charter 2 years ago because we had counselors there who were making decisions, particularly Hardesty. And the voters, and it requires a change of the charter. And it's up to the voters to put a mayor in charge and a city manager. That's every other county, every other city has that form. Except for St. Helens and was Portland. Portland has changed their charter. So that's part of that conversation as far as mayor and manager. The other one is tourism. Our contractor has signed agreements, which the extension was not by me. I was not even at that meeting. Has signed agreements with the Sandcastle competition and failed to pay the insurance on the boat and give you the revenue source. Now we are by contract working with our attorneys, because we have a contract, I can say we own all the assets and the tourism account is ours. We own the entire tourism program, guaranteed. We have to go through the process. And we were told we could say that. And that's all we can say on that right now. But that pretty much covers the broad scope. John, your email is spot on. I did not hear anything in there that was anything that what you've been working on. Brittany, I apologize that our old contractor signed an agreement with you. Unbeknownst to us, she is contractor, an independent contractor who is through legally jamming up a lot of stuff and failed not just us, but you as well. So that's all I'm gonna say on that.
Treadway here. What are they here?
So we are,
Representing our city. That
we're not, we're working with Treadway. That takes time sometimes. No. I'm not gonna listen to Tina, okay? I'm not. I'm listening to our council and our decisions here. And we are working with Ted Treadway. We are the St. Helens City Council. I am the mayor of St. Helens. Not Tina, not Adam. I am. And only power I have is I gotta wipe stuff off this agenda. And say, no, we're not gonna talk about this, or we're gonna talk about that. Unless you change the charter. Like Portland just recently did 2 years ago. Then you'll get a true leader. But until then, it's a 3-5 vote which runs this city. Just so you understand that and make it very clear to Mr. St. Pierre and all his conspiracy group. So now I'm going to run my meeting because this is what I get to do. Ordinance, first reading.
You get so mad at people that come down here in public testimony.
You know what? I'm not. I have a stern voice, Jim. Jim, I have a stern voice. Jim, I have a stern voice. Jim, I've been attacked personally by you.
I was waiting for a Treadway to context because that's what they agreed to.
Excuse me, I gave you your 3 minutes. I gave you your 3 minutes.
You agreed to take, they're supposed to be agreeing to take on.
Nothing's been signed yet.
Okay,
As soon as things get
Ordinance-
signed, you will be able to
excuse me,
contact them.
point of order. Point of order. So, point of order, please. I don't know how else to say what I just said than what I just gave you the explanation. If you can't handle the truth, because I'm not being angry, I'm just being assertive, and that's the way I know how to express myself. And I'm not gonna apologize for that. It's my truth.
You should have been.
It's my truth. I'm not gonna apologize for my truth and how I deliver it. I'm sorry it offended Jim Coleman. Ordinance number 3202, an ordinance to annex and designate the zone of certain property at 35456 East Division Road. And mind you, these are our first readings, okay? Ordinance number 3303, an ordinance to annex and designate this zone of certain property west, south, and east of 58212 Old Portland Road. Ordinance number 3304, an ordinance to annex and designate the zone of certain property at 2180 Gable Road. Okay, now we're gonna go on to some resolutions here. Resolution number 2015, a resolution adopting the findings of the special procurement for undergrounding electrical services on the South First Street, Strand Street, and Utilities Extension Project, and authorizing the city administrator to execute the public improvement contract with Moore Excavation Inc.
I move we approve resolution number 2015 as read.
Second.
Okay, a motion has been made and seconded. Do we have any discussion on this?
I think Mohammed did a really good job of covering what happened from start to finish, explanation. I have no questions. I don't know if anyone else did.
I thought you did a fabulous job.
He did, yeah.
Okay, Council President Chilton,
Aye.
Councilor Sundin.
Aye.
Councilor Gunderson,
Aye.
Councilor Hubbard.
Aye.
And I'm an aye as well. Resolution number 2016, a resolution requiring Lumen Technologies, Inc. to relocate its facilities underground within the waterfront public improvement construction project areas.
Make a motion to adopt resolution number 2016. Second that.
Okay, a motion's been made and motion for to approve resolution 2016. Council President Chilton,
Aye.
Councilor Sundin.
Aye.
Councilor Gunderson.
Aye.
Councilor Hubbard.
Aye.
Okay, award bid contract to Clark and Sons Excavation for the 2024 pavement patching project. R-718 in the amount of $72,530.
I move that we award the contract to Clark and Sons Excavation for the 2024 pavement patching project R-718 in the amount of $72,530.
I'll second that.
Okay, motion's been made and seconded to award Clark and Sons the bid. Council President Chilton.
Aye.
Councilor Sundin.
Aye.
Councilor Gunderson.
Aye.
Councilor Hubbard.
Aye.
And I'm an aye as well. Approve and authorize for signature extension of IGA with Columbia County for community corrections work crews to help clean parks 8, agreement with the Oregon Department of Consumer and Business Services Building and Codes Division for the e-permitting systems and services. 9, extension of agreement with Steve Sharfstein for defense attorney services for appointed indigent defendants in municipal courts. And agreement with Lance D. Toronto, sorry, Lance, for defense attorney services for appointed indigent defendants in municipal court. Agreement with Steve Leskin for defense attorney services for appointed indigent defendants in municipal court. 12, second agreement or amendment to agreement with Polly Rogers Company PC for auditing services. 13, fourth amendment to contract with Kittleson and Associates, Inc. to extend contract time. 14, contract with Moore Excavation, Inc. for undergrounding electrical services on the South First Street, Strand Street, and Utilities Extension Program. That was a lot. And tongue twisting. So we have 7 through 14. Somebody'd like to make a motion?
I move that we approve and or authorize for signature items 7 through 14 as read.
Second.
Okay, a motion's been made and seconded to approve and authorize for signature 7 through 14. Any discussion? Not hearing any. Council President Chilton.
Aye.
Councilor Sundin.
Aye.
Councilor Gunderson.
Aye.
Councilor Hubbard.
Aye.
I'm an aye as well. Consent agenda for acceptance, 15, abstract of votes from May 21st, 2024 elections. 16, findings in support of emergency procurement and forestry management services. 17, amend agreement with Mason and Bruce Garage for forest management services to extend agreement month to month beginning July 1st, 2024.
I move for acceptance to consent agenda items 15 through 17.
Second.
A motion's been made and seconded to agenda 15 through 17. Council President Chilton.
Aye.
Councilor Sundin. Councilor Anderson.
Aye.
Councilor Hubbard.
Aye.
And I'm an aye as well. Consent agenda for approval, 18 city council minutes dated June 5th, June 12th, and June 17th, 2024. 19 accounts payable bill list. Yep.
Accounts payable. Report writing. $5,000. What's report writing?
Writing is either the
Is that for minutes?
it's the police.
Okay,
You're talking about AP list, not council, right?
yeah.
I don't have it in front of
Do
me.
you know what page it is?
It sounds familiar with the report writing system for the police that we entered into the IGA with the
That's when we approved.
Well, maybe go-
One of the one
county. Yeah.
purchases something or it's an ongoing.
With the system.
Oh, yeah, it does sound like that.
System. Oh.
Yeah, it sounds like that system. Yep, I'm positive on
County's
that.
paying half, we're paying half.
Yep, it was a little more expensive
Yeah,
than we
Boost
thought.
was in it, but then they backed
Yep,
out,
yep.
so we had to pay a little bit more.
Okay, any other discussion? Okay, Council President Chilton.
Aye.
Councilor Sundin.
Aye.
Councilor Gunderson.
Aye.
Councilor Hubbard.
Aye.
Okay, and I'm an aye as well, and I don't think we had any work session items.
Sorry, you don't think you made a motion first before you vote?
There's discussion and then.
There was just moved right to discussion.
Okay,
I'll make a motion to consent agenda and approve items 18 and 19.
I believe you're right. Good, thank you for catching that.
Second that.
Okay, motion's been made and seconded. Council President Chilton.
Aye.
Councilor Sundin.
Aye.
Councilor Gunderson. Councilor Hubbard.
Aye.
And I'm an aye as well. Nothing from our work session items, so we'll go ahead and go on to councilor report. Council President Chilton.
Okay, well, there is a lot to be said. There's a lot of things happening and there's a lot of really bitterness coming out and a lot of things that are disheartening to the, the betterment of the city, but I'm going to take the high road today and I'm not gonna say anything about it. So What I'm gonna talk about is some of the positive things that have been happening in the community. Citizens Day was a wonderful event. It turned out really great. There was a lot of work done by the city staff and volunteers and just a huge turnout. And I was really proud to be a part of it. And shout out to Lisa over there, who was one of the ringleaders that made it all happen. So it was really wonderful. So the city county dinner, I got to represent St. Helens by my lonesome.
Thank you.
I had to go up to the podium and talk, which I hate to do. Usually I leave that to Rick, but I just talked about Project Arcadia and, you know, the change of hands of tourism and just a lot of the hopeful things that we have happening in the city. And I am really proud to share those things and our waterfront, like we have a lot of amazing things happening in our city. So I was proud to share
Thank
those
you
things.
for doing that.
Yeah,
too, by the way.
absolutely.
It was hot.
I took a little heat from the county about the elevator thing, but other than that, it was fine. Just kidding. It was good though. And, you know, Columbia City is such a beautiful city, so I really enjoy getting to be close to the river and, you know, it was hot in there. They had like 20 fans blowing. I had a personal fan in my face the whole time, but the dinner was good from Sunshine and I enjoyed I had to sit with the city of Scappoose. And so, cause I was all by my lonesome, but they were wonderful and it's always good company, so. And then finally, county fair. I love Fair Week. I'll be up there tomorrow all day with Avamere. Avamere's sponsoring the long tradition of the My Fair Lady and Gentleman pageant. Which is for seniors of our community, of our county, and they have someone from every city who gets nominated. And they do a whole pageant thing where they talk about their community volunteers and the things that they've, you know, given to their cities. And then we have a winner when someone's crowned, and it's a really fun tradition. And Avamere's a proud sponsor of it. And if you guys are at the fair, stop by my booth and get some goodies. That's it.
Thank you. That's for Sunday.
Right. No, like Jessica said, there's a lot going on. I too just wanted to focus on one of the positive things that happened since we've seen each other last, and that was our 4th of July event at McCormick Park. I think like a lot of things this year, it was a lot different than what we're used to, but grateful that we were able to have it. I want to thank Judy Thompson for all spearheading that, all of her efforts to get that going and get all the people together that made it a meaningful day to those that were in attendance. So I think it was a great day, a great event. And like I say, I think everybody there was meaningful, gave them something to do and something to think about on the 4th. So again, want to thank Judy for all that she did to spearhead that effort.
Good event.
Was.
All right.
I don't have much to say and my voice is going, so I'm not gonna say. So, thank you.
Okay, we look forward to you telling us about the Columbia River Fire Board
Yeah.
meeting, okay? I'm sure there's great.
Exciting.
Yeah.
That's it. It was.
Planning commission?
Planning, we have met.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're taking a vacation, okay. Well, I've been shirking my responsibilities at the library board. Brandon's gonna take over interview for the new makerspace person because they've got 10 people to interview all day long, and I said I could come for a few, but I can't, so it's not gonna work out, so he stepped up to the plate there, and thank you.
He's regretting the full day too. It's a long time.
Yeah, so, yeah, and I'm just looking forward, go forward to on Treadway and Arcadia, just focus and get those guys worked out. Get done and move on, because there's our future right there, those two things, so.
All right. Okay, yeah, so, thanks. We got the fair coming up. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna be able to make the fair. I'm gonna be at the mayor's conference down in, Cape Falls, and that's why we are having this meeting on a Tuesday, is because I was busy and Council President Chilton was busy tomorrow, and I'm taking off for Cape Falls because it's a long drive and it starts Thursday. I always look forward to them because when you show up there, you realize your issues that you have going on with your city are unique, other than probably our tourism, which seems to be very unique. And that you just get a chance to decompress and come up with solutions and what works for other cities and what hasn't worked too. So, and you just always come out of there feeling re-energized. So I'm looking forward to that. I mean, it's been just a grind around here lately. And What I can say is that with that grind comes a lot of good things, and we have the waterfront redevelopment that's still continuing to move forward. We found out today that we had we were awarded more grant money than we anticipated from the state to our park portion of our waterfront, which will pretty much cover that entire project, which was some of the best news we could ever hope for. And that's just a clear reflection on the administration here that continues to work together and collaborate and we continue to move this thing forward is what I know. I spoke on the charter now. And I think I'm gonna come back to that just a little bit, that this is the only city, the way our government was designed and why we all get stipends is that it was designed under the form of Portland government. And it gave each person a liaison over departments, whether it be police, whether it be public works, whether it be library, whether it be and so on. And that's the way it was in Portland. It was clearly not working for Portland. I'm not saying that it's not working here because I do believe it is a we, and I know I can't do this alone. And I respect my council. I absolutely do. But the difference between our form of government and other cities is just that. Is other than I can change this agenda in the meeting and wipe it off, because anybody's allowed to put stuff on here, but I can just say, no, we're not gonna do this. Other than that, there's not a lot of difference between you and I. But when it comes to comments that are made, they like to really come after me. And so I'm not gonna apologize because I got a little bit emotional. I still feel I was respectful in my delivery. And that's how I speak my truth when I get riled up, because I have it all up here. And when it needs to come out, it needs to come out. And that's just the way it's always came out. I've been a leader. I've been a foreman. I've been president of clubs. I have also owned my own business. And I'm not going to apologize for my style of getting things done. And if you truly want to see things get done, we would change that form of government, which changes the city charter, which is a requirement of a vote of the people. And that's the only way that can happen. So, and I do welcome competition. The deadline to sign up for mayor or any of the other two positions is August 16th at 4 p.m. This is a democracy. It is, yep. August 16th, 4 p.m. We're still a month out. This is the greatest place on earth, I'm not gonna get too political, but we watched a candidate for president almost get assassinated. And there's been a lot of rhetoric. And it seems to happen just about anywhere and everywhere you go in politics, even in a small town. It's a brutal but necessary that we have government and the checks and balances. But it is a brutal business. It is not for the faint of heart. I was born to lead. I am a true leader. And I'm grateful to have you guys up here with me making these decisions. So that is a pretty freaking high note. We're adjourned.